All right, so let's take a look at question number 4, which is a two-parter. So A, do you support grade banding? Why or why not? And then B, what are your thoughts on consolidating school buildings? So presumably this is talking about grade banding in Wyoming. So do I support grade banding? Well, it's interesting that the research is kind of difficult. Because it doesn't really apply. The broader educational research doesn't really apply to Wyoming situation. Grade banding is more commonly found in large rural districts, geographically large, and so they're consolidating because they're trying to work more economically. And in some cases, you'll see grade banding because they're trying to address some equity issues. And so you might have like one school that's predominantly affluent and another school that's not, and so they're trying to like combine those schools. But I don't think that those are situations that apply, like in the Wyoming case. So when I've looked into this a little bit deeper in terms of the conversations that have gone on in Wyoming, I found this really interesting document that VSWC shared with the Primary Facilities Committee when they initiated conversations on this. And so I found this in their November 29th, 2022 meeting. It's actually really interesting because it shows the different factors that you need to consider when you're thinking about grade configuration. And essentially what they're arguing is that the research isn't clear, that there's not one right solution, and that there's lots of different factors that you have to take into consideration. I'll provide a link for this in the description so people can see the document that I'm talking about. But what I would say is that in terms of like the outcomes, Wyoming already has really positive outcomes. So it seems like the current model is working pretty well in terms of academic teacher retention. Teacher recruitment isn't really an issue in our district. Our students are thriving academically, in the arts, in athletics. So we have like a lot of positive things going on with this model. And so at this point in time, and I'm certainly open to like new information, I really haven't heard any compelling arguments about why we would need to like make this shift, other than the physical, kind of some of the arguments about square footage. But that's not what we're talking about here. So I would like to hear more articulation of what some of the concerns are with regards to teacher collaboration. I'm not sure that I fully understand that. So I think if we could have a more engaging dialogue, we could learn some more information. But at the moment, I don't see consolidation as being necessary.